consider these two lines. We got two lines. Oh, this is great. No, it is not. I thought they were both in slope-intercept form, but they are not. They almost got me there, so don't let it get you either. I thought it was y equals mx plus b right there, but it's x equals something y plus something else, which we don't want. So it says the slope of line is something, and slope of line 2 is something. The line 2 is great. But then it's going to ask on the assignment, which of the following is true, and it's going to give you these options. It may even mix up these options, so it's not going to show these all in this order all the time. So line 1 could be parallel to line 2. It could be perpendicular. It could be neither. But it has, if it's parallel, of course, the slopes have to match. If it's perpendicular, the slopes are opposite reciprocals. And if it's neither of those two, then it's neither parallel or perpendicular. I'm going to start with line 2 just because I can see the slope is given right there, negative 5/6. So line 2 has a slope of negative 5/6. If line 1 is parallel, it has to have the same slope, negative 5/6. If it's perpendicular, the slope is going to have to be 6/5. But I don't know what it's going to be, so let's find out. So I'm going to take that equation, x equals negative 1/5 y, and then plus 6. So there's a couple different ways to do this. I'm going to do it this way, though, okay? So I'm going to isolate the y, which is kind of the method we've been using, by getting rid of the 6. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. Again, I'm kind of offsetting the x and the minus 6 there because they're not like terms that we can combine. But I would show this as x minus 6 equals negative 1/5 y. Okay, now, the last thing I want is the negative 1/5 coefficient of y to just be a 1 so that I can change it into a phantom 1. So, to do that, usually I would divide both sides by negative 1/5, but that's going to make things, I think, a little bit worse. So what I'm going to do actually right here is I'm going to multiply that negative 1/5 by negative 5. And for those of you that remember, it's kind of like fraction multiplication here. I know my work is a little off right there, but it still works. But if I do it not just to that one term, I have to do it to all the terms. So even the negative 6, I have to multiply. I'm just going to show it as times negative 5, like this. So it is a little sloppy, but hopefully it works. Now I have negative 5x. Negative 6 times negative 5 would be positive 30. And then this would equal, and here's what happens with the negative 5s. Well, the negative and a negative is positive, and then the 5 divided by 5 is 1. So I end up with just the 1y. Now, of course, the format here is, again, slightly different. If you wanted to, you could actually flip that y and show it as y equals negative 5x plus 30, if it makes you feel better. But I can see here that the slope of line 1 is negative 5, which is not the reciprocal of negative 5/6. In fact, they have the same signs. Also, the slopes are not the same. So this one just appears to be neither.